Anatomy of a candle. How the candles are made up. How they form. What happens. First of all, this is the hour chart. H1. That means that every one of these candles represent a whole hour of data. That's what it did within each one of those candles. It took an hour to form. So the basic setup of a candle is wherever a candle closed off at, that's where the next one's gonna close. That's where the next one is gonna open at. So if this candle closed here, the next one opened there, and once that one closed, it opened here. Pen is kind of thick, but to make that simpler, got a candle that opens here, and this is the open. If price moves above this open, it forms a box as it's moving up. And as price pulls away from the upward move that it was doing and starts coming back down, it forms a wick, a line there. So price is going to fluctuate above the open, this line here. Let's change that color to black. This is the open. Then let's go back to blue. Okay. We can say that anything above this makes it a bullish candle. So we can say this in with blue. And then anything below this will be red, because price is below where it started. If price started here, anything below this is a down candle. Anything above this is an upwards candle. Any pullback from the high of the candle forms a wick. Any pullback from the low of the candle forms a wick. So price will be fluctuating back and forth between all of this, switching between green and blue, depending on how it closes. It makes the candle the way that it looks. So if price closes below here and pulled off from a low of that candle, you would get a wick and a red candle from wherever it closed at. If it been up here before, you would still have a wick up here. If it closed down here, this whole thing would be a wick if it had done been up there. So that's the anatomy of a candle. So if a candle, well, my setup is white is bullish and black is bearish. So if you have a bearish candle, that means price closed below the open. So with this candle right here, you can see that the open was up here. Because this is a black candle, that means that it's a bearish candle and it closed below the open. You're not gonna say that the open was down here, because if the open was down there, this would be a white candle. But this is a black candle, so the open is here. So basically what happened with this candle is it opened, okay, and then it went up for a little minute, closed below, went below the open, closed below the open, and pulled off of a wick and created a wick in a line there. So in reality, if you go back to the 15-minute chart, how many candles do you have in a 15-minute how many candles do you have in an hour? You have 4 15-minute candles in an hour. Okay, so if you look at it over here, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, right? This candle opened here. That's that small wick right there, and then price came down and wick up a little bit and created this body for this candle. That's 4 15-minute candles to make up this 1 hour candle. Open here, price came up a little bit and then pulled low, all the way low, then pulled off the low and then closed here. So you get this body here with a wick at the top. So when this candle, so now that this candle right here closed here, closed there, the line is thick, so but to make it better, I can pull up a horizontal line. And let's zoom in. You can see the candle closed here. So at that very price point is where the next candle is going to open at. It's going to open up here for next week on this dotted line. So what's going to happen is when price opens here to line up with that close, it's going to it's going to fluctuate. This is an hour chart. It's going to fluctuate for an hour, going up and down. And depending on how it closed, you're going to get the wicks to show you where it was previously at, and you're going to have a body to show you how far did it close from the open. It could come in a baby pin, a baby shift to the low side and then switch to the upside and never go back below the open and just stay bullish. It might pull off the high, but it'll probably close right here. Every time you enter a trade, you want to wait for the true identity of a trade, because even though it closed like this, there was still a lot of fluctuation in here. But at the end of the last 5-10 minutes of the candle, it was pushed up and closed right here. So that's the candle you would get. That's how it works. And this is a 1 hour candle, so this is influenced by 4 15-minute candles. And also, if you go down, how many 5-minute candles is in an hour? That's how many 5-minute candles is inside of that hour. So forth and so forth. So yeah, that's a basic analogy of the candle breakdown. For more information, leave a comment, and I will gladly respond to it, set you up with some information to get involved and get this free money. AFCF.